Good evening. The California Department of Corrections is facing a civil claim tonight after a female employee says she lost her unborn baby while responding to a call in Tehachapi Prison. 23 ABC's Tori Cooper is live in studio and spoke to the correctional officer Sarah Kugel to learn more about what happened that day inside the facility. Tori?
On Monday, Kugel and her lawyer decided to move forward with their claims against the CDCR, saying this was an act of gender inequality in the workplace. And tonight, she shares her story.
I feel like I have a purpose that, lose my baby. If I can make some good come from this, and it wasn't for nothing.
Sarah Kugel, a California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation officer, says she fell after a fight broke out at the Tehachapi State Prison in a nearby building between inmates on July 3rd, 2017.
Our job is to respond to those. The alarm went off. We started running.
Kugel said she couldn't call for help when she heard the alarm because that was already a call for help. And she says she would have faced consequences if she didn't act, even though she was already 7 months pregnant.
Either lose one or be fired for failure to act. It was my duty. I had to.
Kugel said she fell on her stomach while running toward the call for help. According to the claim, she was taken to the hospital where she says she was checked out. Kugel says doctors performed an ultrasound and checked the baby's heartbeat. She was further directed by her doctor to not work for the rest of her pregnancy, according to the claim.
At the time, everything appeared to be okay.
Kugel says she took the advice of her doctor to stay home for the rest of her pregnancy. But she says over the next few weeks, the pain increased. Then in September, 11 days before her baby was due, she said she almost lost her life.
I woke up 2 days later. They had me on life support.
Kugel said her kidney and respiratory system shut down and she had to be intubated.
I woke up with excruciating pain and ended up going to the hospital, and they immediately told me that the baby's heartbeat was not there. The baby was gone.
An accident she and her lawyer, Arnold Peters, said could have been prevented if CDCR granted her request for lighter duty. Kugel filing a gender discrimination claim this week against the CDCR.
No man has to risk their child's life to go to work or lose their pay or, any of those things.
All she was asking for were less strenuous duties that are performed by other guards and to avoid inmate contact for a very short period of time.
For the last 3 years, Kugel says she has been an unarmed peace officer responsible for supervising 200 male inmates in the super maximum prison while ensuring staff safety. Kugel claims she was afraid to formally submit written limitations from her doctor to CDCR because of what her coworker experienced and what options the department presented her.
I was told your options are to go on unpaid leave or medically demote.
In an effort to avoid a 2/3 pay cut and loss of her peace officer status, Kugel says she also reached out to the California Correctional Peace Officers Association for support.
I went to my union to see what they can do, and they basically said that the department's view is that pregnancy is a scheduled illness, much like elective surgery, and that there's nothing that they can do.
She says by bringing this claim forward, she hopes there's a policy change.
I hope that California, through CDC, can set the standards for actual, true gender equality in the workforce.
I reached out to the California Correctional Peace Officers Association twice today to confirm Kugel's statements about the department's view on pregnancy. I left a message with their communications department at their headquarters, but the person we were told to speak with today was not in the office. If the union gets back to me, we will update this story on air and online. Kugel says she was back at work today. Meanwhile, the CDCR declined to comment, saying they do not comment on pending litigation. Reporting live in studio, I'm Tori Cooper for 23 ABC.
Tori, thanks for that. North Korean state media reports leader